Hey friends, so last week or maybe the week before, I shared my top 10 favorite Easter recipes. Well, today I'm sharing 2 more all-time favorite Easter recipes, whether you are in the midst of your meal planning for your Easter meal or you're just here looking for a couple new recipes to try, you are in the right place. Both of these recipes, like I said, are tried and true. I've made them plenty of times. They are real favorites and they're both super easy to make. Thank y'all for joining me today. Let's get into these recipes, y'all. All right, first up today, we have Shirley's chicken casserole. And yes, I have shared this recipe before, but I had to include it today because this is what I'm making for dinner, but it is also just one of those recipes that's really perfect for any holiday gathering. It only requires a few ingredients. Everybody will like this recipe, and it just kind of tastes like the holidays. So this chicken casserole is one of my favorites because it only has a few ingredients. I've shared this recipe before, and this recipe is actually in my cookbook, Repeat Worthy Dinners, but it is truly one of my favorites. It reminds me of the springtime just because of all the potlucks, and my family's even been known to make this for like an Easter holiday main dish. So here are the ingredients we're going to use really quick. We have about 2 or 3 cups of rotisserie chicken that we went ahead and pulled off the bone yesterday. And for this chicken casserole, we are going to use some of the Pepperidge Farm. It's the herb stuffing. You want to be sure to get the classic stuffing and not the cubed one for this. We're also going to need 1 cup of sour cream. We have some cream of chicken back here, a stick of butter, and some chicken broth. And maybe other than some seasonings, whatever you choose, this is it. But look how delicious this comes together. So we went ahead and just melted that stick of butter. And to that, we're just going to add the whole bag of our stuffing mix. Now I'm just going to give this a toss in this butter to get our stuffing mix coated. All right, so next I just have a 9x13. We're going to give it a little spray. And then I'm going to bring over that stuffing mixture, and I'm going to put half on the bottom. Just kind of eyeball about half of your stuffing mix. So next, I'm just going to bring over that rotisserie chicken, and I'm just going to spread it all out evenly all over our stuffing. All right, I'm just gonna set that to the side for just a second. And then we're gonna bring over, I'm just gonna use this same bowl that I had the chicken in. I'm gonna add 1 can of cream of chicken soup. And then 1 cup of sour cream. I'm just going to go ahead and mix these together. At this point, you can add some additional seasonings if you want to, but I will tell you that stuffing mix, that's pretty much all it is breadcrumbs and seasoning, so you don't really need a whole lot. Next up, let me bring back over our casserole, and now we're just going to layer on this part. Now I'm just going to kind of spread out that mixture all over our chicken as best as we can. And like I said, this is such a simple recipe. I've shared it before, but for good reason, because this is just so good. It's something that everybody will enjoy, and whether you're serving it for a holiday or just a weeknight meal, when you need something to be really quick and easy, it's good. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring back over the other half of that stuffing mix, and we're just going to layer it on top. All right, does this say we cook covered or uncovered? I have to look back at my own stuff. It says for the chicken broth, you want it to be pretty moist to cover all the dry stuffing. Bake uncovered for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so let's spread out that stuffing mix. And this recipe originally came out of my church cookbook. And she said you want to make sure you get all of the stuffing nice and moistened with some chicken broth. So that's what we're doing now. Because like I said, it is going in the oven uncovered. So we want to make sure we don't have any like super dry pieces on top. It will still be crunchy, of course, but I want to get everything with a little bit of chicken broth on top. So this is going into the oven at 350, uncovered for just about 30 to 40 minutes. That's all there is to it. All right, y'all, like I said, this is nothing complicated. I've shared this before. It's in my cookbook for a reason. It is so good, but nevertheless, I haven't done a little taste test with y'all in a while. So let's give it a try. You just can't beat the flavors in here. Everything is tender, has a little bit of that buttery crust from our stuffing. I mean, this just tastes like a Sunday dinner to me. This tastes like Easter, tastes like the holidays. It is perfect. I don't think you really need to even add any more seasonings. Like I said, you can, but I think it has just the perfect amount with all of that stuffing mix and the herbs in there. If you have not tried this one, make sure you give it a try. Before we get into that second recipe, I did want to let y'all know I'm participating in a really exciting collab today. The hosts are Valerie Hargett and Sammi May. I'm going to have their channels linked down below. Make sure you go and check them out. They both do all kinds of really great recipes, the same kind of easy, delicious stuff I share over here on mine. And there will be a few others in this collab as well. So I'm going to include that playlist in the description box. So grab yourself a snack, something to drink, and get yourself a whole bunch of really good Easter recipe inspiration today. So thank you so much to Sammi and Valerie for including me on this. But yes, make sure you check out all those other yummy recipes. And if you happen to be stopping by for the first time today from someone else's channel, I want to say hello and welcome. My name is Jen, and I mostly share the same kind of thing, easy, family-friendly recipes over here. Also share a little bit of homemaking and decor thrown in as well. So I'd love to have you a part of our community over here as well. So if you want to, just hit that subscribe button before you go. The second recipe I'm going to be making today is another tried and true. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite things to make, especially around any holiday, especially Easter, and that is a Southern pineapple casserole. Buttery, it's cheesy, has a little crunchy topping on top. If you've never made it, y'all just stick with me. Let me show you how to make it. So I just have a large bowl here, and first we're just gonna combine our flour. We're also gonna add some sugar. And we're gonna need only about 6 tablespoons of pineapple juice. So I just go ahead and measure out 6 before I drain it. And that way I know I won't forget to save it, because I maybe have done that a time or two where I forget to save the pineapple juice. And we are going to use 2 cans of pineapples. I like to use the pineapple tidbits just because they're the ones that are a little bit smaller, but you can use pineapple chunks or tidbits. But now I'm just going to go ahead and get both of these drained. And instead of pouring that pineapple juice down the drain, we're going to save it. And Darren said he'll use it to make a drink later. What kind of drink are you going to make with it?
I think I'm going to make that Muddy River thing that we did, or the River Walk, or whatever it's called, from Muddy River Distillery.
Yes, those are so good. All right, got that one down in there. Let's get this one drained. What is it? Pineapple juice, bitters, or was that spiced rum, and then Sundrop, or what do we use?
You can do Sprite, or you can do ginger beer, but I think Sundrop probably gives a little bit more of a summery or
That is a delicious drink. That would be a good one for the beach or the pool. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna bring over our drained pineapple chunks. Here you go for your drink, mister.
I appreciate you.
All right, we're just gonna stir together all of our flour, sugar, and that pineapple juice. And all this together, if you've never had pineapple casserole, just kind of creates like a really kind of sweet syrup. It is so, so good. Go ahead and comment below if you have made pineapple casserole, or if you've had it and you don't like it, let me know if you like it or not. It's one of my favorites.
It's like one of those things like pineapples on pizza. You either like it or you hate it.
Or you think it's just a weird southern thing, but the first time I had it, I loved it. Now we're just gonna add those pineapple tidbits back to the bowl. All right, now we're just gonna stir our pineapples into that kind of syrupy mixture. All right, I probably don't need to spray it, but I'm going to, just in case. All right, let's get our pineapples in our baking dish. This is just an 8x8 baking dish. Next, we're just gonna take 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese and layer it right on top. And this is definitely a gin cup. This is more than a cup, probably about 1.5 cups. Just cover your pineapples. Next, we just have 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers. I'm just gonna kind of crunch these up, maybe. To our Ritz crackers, we're gonna add in some melted butter. Give that a stir. And now, of course, we're just gonna top everything with that cracker mixture. And this beside some grilled chicken, especially beside a spiral ham or anything really. I love this with like some steak kebabs in the summertime. It is perfect. You really can't go wrong. But I'm sharing it as an Easter favorite because that really does seem to be one of the times we always have it. All right, our oven is already at 350. So this just goes in there again uncovered for about 30 minutes. All right, again, I already know this is gonna be good. It's one of my favorites. It almost could be a dessert. I mean, I know it has the buttery crackers and the cheese, but it is, All right, here we go. There's something, like I said, about the texture of it. It's not like really watery. It's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It has the best texture, that crunch on top from those buttery crackers. And it really doesn't taste cheesy per se with that cheese in there. It just kind of gives it a little something. I don't know. I know Southerners, we make our pears with the cheese, and I guess we just love putting fruits with cheese, but somehow it works. If you've never tried pineapple casserole, here's your sign. Try it for the first time on Easter. Like I said, I just posted a top 10 Easter recipes as well. The other week, I'm gonna have it also linked down below and right here on the screen. But don't forget to go check out everybody else in the playlist. I cannot wait to sit down and see what everybody is cooking up, maybe get a new idea or two for this year. But thank you guys so much for cooking along with me. If you made it this far in the video, leave me a pineapple emoji down there in the comments just so I know that you stopped by today. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.